Got to dive straight into it, Pierce. Great result for Arsenal. Arteta, the magician.
Yeah, we can't
The
win Arteta,
magician.
can we? Like a couple of months ago, it was like, oh, he's just copying Pep, and now people are calling him Tony Pulis. Like,
Well, that's how he's playing, right? Six
well,
centre backs back there.
he adapts, and we're missing Declan Rice. I was so negative before it, and even like in the run up to kickoff, like 10 minutes before, texting some of my Arsenal mates going, "We're going to get run through it," because I saw their line up and it was really attacking, and I mean a midfield of Jorginho, Partey, who's not really been at it so far this season, and Trossard as a makeshift number 10. I just thought, oh, they move it quickly, Spurs. I know they're no good, but they do move it quickly through midfield and they do create a lot of chances. I thought it's going to be one of them. We're due to lose against them. We've won at their place 2 years on the bounce. Don't think we've beaten 3 times on the bounce at their place since like the 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it was masterclass, wasn't it? They didn't really have a sniff. They didn't really create anything of note, and we had some good chances, and we set up well. I mean, we just looked so solid defensively. Like we could have played for 3 days. I don't think they would have scored. And then yeah, Gabriel going up the other end, and they can't defend set pieces, can they?
No.
So yeah, I
So
was
Nah.
talking of
big
shit.
result.
Talking of shit. Hi, Collie.
Joey, all these lads.
But the thing is, it's a set piece, right? That was a kind
Yeah.
of a set piece, but they were doing all right with defending those set pieces throughout the game, and
I just feel like Spurs are always going to concede a set piece, especially against a team like Arsenal, where you are very good at set pieces. You've got Saka, who's good at delivery. It's so funny because Arsenal are always a team that are cleaner and clean, and now you are like one of the teams that's probably the master of the dark arts. A few
Yeah,
little pulls and pushes there, which you'd never associate with Arsenal 5 years ago. Like even less than that, probably. So, I mean, yeah, as you said, it was a professional performance, ground out a 1-0 win, didn't play well, but had a few injuries. And Spurs didn't really look like scoring. I think Ray made one good save, didn't he? But other than that, it was pretty comfortable.
do you know what? It's just so nice. Do you remember Troy Deeney a few years ago saying like we don't have the cojones, like we just Arsenal have got a soft belly, like you can just sort of bully them, and I think
Yeah.
we are the complete opposite now. It's so nice to see us have a pair of bollocks and just not get pushed around. We've got a big physical team, and they're just up for it, and they're like. Defense can win you titles. When you are that
Right.
solid.
It does, definitely.
you've probably got the best defense in the league at the moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Right.
It's just going forward, I just think you're so much weaker than City. I think it's going to be the issue.
Yeah.
I think like Martin, I don't know what's happened to Martinelli. A couple of years ago, he was looking like he was going to be a quality left winger, but he just seemed, I don't know
You
if
know
he's
what?
shot of confidence or
Yeah, I think
a
like
few injuries.
Trossard put him in behind, like played the ball round the corner, really good. And I know we'll probably come on to it, but Odegaard looks like he's going to be out for a couple of months, and
Yeah.
we do have some depth now. So I think Trossard sort of played that number 10 role,
Mm.
kind of when we had the ball anyway. And he played the ball round the corner, put Martinelli through. I mean, Martinelli, I think he's desperate to score because he could have squared it to Saka and it's a goal. Or he could have taken another touch or cut in a little bit, but he rushed it. Um, he does everything else really well. Like he can beat a man. He's quick. He gets in behind. His defensive work is really good. But I think, to be honest, if this season, and Arteta obviously does rate him, and I rate him, I really, really like him. But I think if the competition is so high now, and if you want to be competing on all fronts, and you want to be, trying to go deep into Champions League, if you want to try and wrestle the title off City, I think if he has another season like last, and he's in and out of the team, and he can't finish his dinner, then I
Yeah.
reckon next summer we'll look to probably upgrade that left side.
Yeah.
Or January window
I
potentially.
mean, they've got Sterling. I don't think he's an upgrade, but he'll
No, I
probably
mean
play a bit,
Sterling's
won't he?
he's kind of
He
it
can
was an
perform in
opportunity
the
in the
odd game,
market,
right?
wasn't he? And we needed cover on both sides. But I think we've upgraded that left hand side massively. That was our weak link at the back last season. Timber what a player, by the way. He was my man of the match for me. Like, he was so good, and he's just a dog. Like, he just works his nuts off. That left side now looks a lot more stable. But again, going forward, it's hard because I've got a real soft spot for Martinelli, and he's got bags of talent, but his decision making when he gets close to the goal just lets him down a little bit. And look, maybe it might be a case that he scores. You know, he scored the winner against City last year when we beat him at home.
You could do it. You could do it again this weekend.
Maybe a goal or two will get his confidence going, and you know he'll cement that place. But yeah,
how do you feel for that game? How do you think you're going to go and play in that game? Do you think you're going to go for it, or do you think you're going to
similar to the Spurs game? I think
sit in.
Yeah, and I think look, at City, because a draw is a good result, and I think till Odegaard's back, we just want to stay in touching distance of City.
Yeah, it is a good result.
Points within City, you know, close to City, and then we get Marino back, we get Odegaard back, and we've got a fully fit squad. Let's go to the new year and have it.
It is a good.
I'm going to move on before we talk about it, but talking of scraping 1-0 wins, George. Chelsea,
easy.
For me, it's still 3 points, right?
Oh, well, yeah, exactly. It's probably the worst we've played. I mean, the City game, we didn't play that bad. It's also against City. It's probably the worst we've played. Against Palace, we should have smacked them, and we drew 1-1. And then in this game, we probably should have lost, realistically, or certainly drawn. And we managed to scrape through a win. It was a lovely finish from Nkunku, and of course Sancho gets the assist just to rub it into United fans. And it's 5 yards. He actually played really well.
He looked good, Sancho. He came on, didn't he?
He came on. Did he not get man of the match as well?
That was a bit of a piss take because Sanchez played out of his skin. He's finally had a good game for us. But yeah, of course he comes on, gets the assist, gets involved, plays pretty well. So that was pretty nice to see. But I think our options off the bench, it's like we were 0-0 and we've brought on Nkunku, Sancho, and Joao Felix. Palmer's still on there. It's like you couldn't really ask for any more coming off the bench. Obviously, you'd still like that out and out goal scorer in number 9, but I'm excited by our attack of talent. That's for sure.
That's good.
Better than United, that's for sure.
Sancho just needed an arm round.
Goals galore.
You were terrible for half an hour.
I thought if they had scored that penalty, you'd have lost.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, they went to pot once they missed that.
I mean, it was a clear penalty. First of all, it was a good save actually. I thought it was a decent save, and it's strange. Both Southampton player and the Bournemouth player, they were looking for the first goal for the clubs, or obviously whichever way, and they both missed their penalties. You know, you could say the same about Chelsea. They were under the cosh, but we got past it, and I think what helped is getting the goal pretty quick. After that, we had 2 pretty quick goals. Once we got the couple of goals, then the way we play suits being in front. But you know, we got to get in front first.
You played well.
So we played well, but we're playing. You know, we're playing the team that was bottom of the table. I'm just glad we've got a 0 goal difference now. You know, the Dizzy. But you know, having said all that, we're Liverpool losing, so it wipes away that defeat. Really, you know.
How does that work?
It does, mate.
That work?
With the math, they got 3 points against us.
There.
They've lost the following week against a team they expected to beat.
You mean like in the battle for top 4?
Well, we're very much in it. You know, we're very much in it. The table is lying at the moment. But
where are you? Bottom half, or
no? We're 3 points from 4th.
So you're 8th? Are you something behind us?
We're 10th. Top half.
The
dizzy heights of first after the first game, but it was a must-win for us. I think our next game is away at Palace. So we have to.
Yeah, that's a tough ground to go to.
You know, joking aside, we need to get a bit of a run going, and we actually played some good stuff. But under, you know, I will say, we were 2-0 up, but we did play some good stuff. but we start like Pierce said it last week. It's still that panic station. I would love to have a 90 minutes of being in control, like just one game this season. Give me one game this season where we're in control for 90 minutes, and then I can say we've improved, and I can stick to that we've had one game. But it's still, like you guys said, like if they score, the United mentality to me is
crumbles.
Like, we crumble. So we need a couple of wins to build the confidence, and also we need to go behind and be solid coming back and not crumble and not feel lucky that we haven't gone behind, because being honest, it still had that feeling about it. You know, that
I thought Rashford played better though as well, because he's been under the cosh. He got his goal. He actually played pretty well. He scored again last night, didn't he?
I'm happy with De Ligt. You know, my man getting on the goal scoring.
I still don't get changing your centre offs every game.
Don't get it. No one else. Why is Evans having a sniff as well? Evans started last night, didn't he?
I think it's Fergie's having a word saying it's like keep the same centre backs, like just play them. We get that trifactor. Those three.
Yeah, it's strange.
It's like Saliba and Gabriel play every single minute pretty much for Arsenal, and look at the partnership they've got now.
Every game.
Because you would have said Saliba like 3 years ago is a bit of a weak link for Arsenal, but that partnership they've now formed. And does he say Saliba? Sorry, Gabriel was a bit of a weak link 3 years ago. Now Gabriel is like an absolute beast. Like he's incredible week in, week out.
Because they know each other, they've got an extra yard, haven't they? Like because they know what each other's going to do, they recognise. And it's just, I mean, that out of everything, that's the one thing that absolutely drives me insane. The other thing that drove me insane was I had 20 quid on 7-1 to win 2-0, and Garnacho scored in the 96th minute, make it 3-0.
Fuming. Is that the first time you've been fuming at United?
Talking about fixtures ahead, early kickoff, West Ham Chelsea. Tough game.
Oh, this week, that's
an early kickoff Saturday.
Bogey ground for us as well. I mean, we've not won there in the past 2 years. I hate going to West Ham. Probably not won the last 3 years. I don't think they just seem to always get a result against us. Last year we missed a penalty to go 2-1 up. It's 12:30 kickoff as well. You just can never back it, can you? So look, I fully expect us to go there, play really well, not score. West Ham score, and then we get maybe a draw or we lose. But that's me being pessimistic. Hopefully, we obviously build on unconvincing win the other day and try and get 3 points. It'd be a big 3 points for us. I said this after we beat Wolves. Can we just go and roll over Palace and build on something? But of course, we slip up and draw when we should have won. So, it's the life of Chelsea fan, United fan. You just never feel like you're going to get a run of games together. Just please. What happened to the days where we could go on a 3, 4, 5 game winning streak? It's like we win back-to-back fixtures now, and they're like, oh, it's the first time Chelsea have done that in 3 months or something. It's always ridiculous. So we'll see. Hopefully we can do it.
3 months, that long? I mean, as a United fan, they're coming out with stats going back to the Busby Babes, right?
Talking of back-to-back wins. Think we can do it? Pierce, Man City, Arsenal.
Well, I was really pessimistic before the Spurs game, and we won. So I'm going to say the same again and hopefully jinx it. But City will probably beat us. Let's have it right. I've said it before, but last season we didn't lose to any of the top 6. 4 points off City, 4 points off Liverpool, 4 off United, 4 off Spurs, 4 off Chelsea. When there's no way that we do that again this season, like we'll lose one of them. Probably not Spurs because they're pony, but we might lose at Anfield. I mean, we might not, but if we're going to lose any of those, because we're just not going to do that again. But if we're going to lose any of them, it's probably at the Etihad, isn't it? And I think. And
you play tomorrow. You play Thursday, right? So
we play City play at home. City are playing at home now and at home Sunday. We're away in Italy on Thursday, and then we're away at City Sunday. Odegaard's out.
That's pretty unlucky. That is.
It's just. But look, do you know what? If we give a good account of ourselves and lose 1-0, it is what it is. I think we just got to pray that we can keep within touching distance, like I said, of City, and then
Yeah.
get the squad back, and hopefully do what we did last year and just go on a really good run January to the end of the season. But look, I mean, if we could get a draw, I'd be buzzing.
It's such a big game, so early in the season. Like, I
I
can't
know,
remember
back-to-back
a
Spurs
game
away,
that's
City away. Like
I
that.
can't remember a game
Like,
that's felt this big at this stage of the season for years. Like
Yeah.
it's that big a game because you feel like if City win that, they're suddenly 4 points ahead of
it's
you.
daylight, yeah.
City don't even start well normally. They normally
No.
start all right and then suddenly motor.
Again,
They
I mean,
started
have
so well this
they've
year.
gone behind a couple of times already.
Yeah.
They've conceded more goals than we have, but like, City will drop points.
But Haaland scored more goals than you have, hasn't he? He
Well,
scored
I know,
more goals than
that's the
every
thing.
other team in
Goes
the
up the
league.
other end, and what's he on, like 9-10 goals? Mad. But I
He's
think
ridiculous.
if we'll set up like we did against Spurs to kind of sit in, frustrate them, be solid, keep our shape, tight distances, we're really good at that. But I think against City, inevitably they will carve out a lot more than Spurs do, and they're probably going to score.
Yeah.
I saw Pep made a comment today, like, "Oh, people asking if we can beat Arsenal. Can we even score against them?" Fuck off, Pep. I'm sick of your muggy little comments. You got fucking. Oh, he's such a. He knows exactly what he's doing as well. He's a muggy cunt.
You need to do a Reyes job on Haaland. What United did to, may rest in peace, Antonio Reyes. Just keep hacking
hack
Haaland.
him down. Yeah.
Do a job on him.
Gabriel and Saliba kept Haaland really quiet both games last season.
Yeah, they did. He wasn't as good last season, though. I don't think.
He's gone up another level, which is filth. But
mental. Yeah, those goals he scored on the weekend.
On that pep talk,